everyone, Zero JD here with the XBLA Fans channel. I'm here to give a quick taste of Void Vikings, a kind of a twin stick shooter. You're not actually shooting with either of the sticks. You are moving and rotating with both sticks, but you're using the right trigger and left trigger to fire, so take that as you will. This game is about you paying off your college debts, not by hard work, taking temporary jobs, working at your uncle's garage. You murder people, take their money, take their stuff, equip that stuff, melt it down, sell that, and then continue on your way. Before we start, we have the normal new game, and then Valhalla mode. I believe it takes either your best ship or your last ship that got the best equipment and lets you go through an endless mode and get high scores. You can see on the right. That's that, and that's how you actually unlock new ships. So far, I have Odin, Freya, Scotty, and Surt. Scotty, Surt, Tyr are ones that are locked, and these are the only ones I've actually unlocked so far. I've liked Odin a lot because it has a shockwave and then a reflection shield. But as you can see, they each have their own kind of like, these are the abilities for Odin, and then you get to see everything here and all that kind of stuff. And then you got your stats and stuff like that. Freya does have higher damage, armor and stuff like that, but I still like Odin because of the machine guns. They're really, really fast. So on the left side here, you actually see at the top is your debt. Your university you go to actually figures out how much the effects of your major and minor is, and the cost of them. So since I went to Mars University, the effects are negative 30%, and the cost is negative 30%. So we're gonna actually bump that out to Delta Station, and instead of like actually all your different major, they're essentially perks, and they counter to that, and them is that they cost more. So you'll have more interest that pays out after at the end of each round. There's interest. So the higher your amount of money, of course, more interest and all that kind of stuff. So let's kind of keep this a little short. Let's go with a bachelor's in destruction and a minor in quick shot, which will have plus. They'll have a. No, let's not do that one, actually. Let's go with big guns, more destruction, more chain gun damage. Then you have your electives, which are like tiny extra little things, and they're fairly cheap. So let's just throw on, let's say, Burr, which is extra shields, which is only going to add $55. And of course, if you flip them around, they all get rid of. So let's just get a gun. That one. Go back to Delta Station. Sorry. And of course, you select. And it asks you every this time, like, hey, pay off the debt, fight 5 waves, and then you move. You can pick another difficulty, so let's go ahead and start. And of course, I usually start on casual and work my way up. As you see there, I got my first bit of interest. So I'm going to fly around here. As you can see on the left side, I have my red is my health, blue is my shields. The bar next to shields is actually the cooldown. So once that has filled back up, your shields will start to, that's the recharge. Once that fills back up, your shields will recharge. You can't recharge while you're getting hit. Bottom middle, kill streak. Essentially like, hey, higher kill streak, more money. If you get in the middle, if you get a whole bunch of people killed at once, it gives you a whole bunch more money. And I think it increases the amount of loot dropped. As you can see there, I just picked something up. Right side, you actually see my special abilities. I have, on pressing right stick will warp me. Right bumper is a shockwave, and then I have this little reflection shield on left bumper. Right now I'm shooting with the right trigger, and then I have a cannon, which is a big old shot with the left trigger. All right, so now that we're kind of quiet in here, I've been picking up gear and all that kind of stuff, so I go and I hit the select button for inventory, and now I can go down here and be like, hey, what do I want to equip? So the first one on the left side, the one on the left, I'm not going to try to say any of these names because they're all, I'm guessing, Viking related. All right, here. I think that's an Ohm and Burr. So on the left, Ohm is my base, is what I actually have equipped now. Burr is the new stuff. And then Delta is essentially what it adds. So it's going to be adding plus 26 to shield, so I want that. This one will be adding fuel. Don't really care about that, so it'd be better to just sell that. This one will add some armor, and then cannon damage, chain gun damage, and then some thrust. So now if I wanted to, I could go and hit the right trigger, which will melt everything down and give me some money. So now I can either keep this money, I can pay debt, or I can come over here and upgrade stuff. I never really upgrade stuff. I used to play a lot of World of Warcraft, so I have the mindset, and the RPG mindset in general of why should I upgrade this piece of gear when chances are I'll get another piece of gear that's better, and then I can upgrade that one. And then essentially I end the game and I've never upgraded anything. So I usually just go directly to pay debt, which right now doesn't do too much. I hit up for my next battle, and then that's the cycle. And then that's about it for the game. The waves get a little harder. When they reset, they do go back down in difficulty, but you are still getting like gear kind of tied to like, hey, I'm on wave 20. The intensity is like a wave 1, but I'm getting wave 20 or kind of that kind of gear, if that makes sense. But at first I didn't like this game because I felt like it was really floaty and stuff like that. But, oh yeah, if I double tap left or right on the left stick, I go with that. After I got used to that, I really enjoy how you can kind of spin around and then dodge out of the way of stuff. I also kind of ignored the abilities first on, but those are pivotal. So that's already done. So let's do that, and let's see if we got anything good. All right, there's a nice purple. I really don't usually trade out stuff unless it's a all positive kind of thing. So let's keep moving. And that interest, of course, is going to build up. If I had gotten a master's in something, that basic starting amount and interest would be higher. So let's keep moving. Let's keep wiping these guys out. And there's a whole different types of ships. Some have shields, some don't. Some are far stronger than others. There's like battleships and stuff like that. And of course, if I get up in here, I get like a ×2 and stuff like that. Later on, there'll be like suicide little ships. So they'll have like, there they are. These guys are perfect because they'll do like 4 or 5 at a time. So you kind of just get in the middle of them, pop them all, and you just get so much gear and money. It's great. One little issue I've had is there's been more times than not that I've like gear is magnetically attracted to you, so I'll be like see something flying at me and be like, oh no, I gotta shoot that, and it's a gear and it's a waste of my time. So let's go to inventory, and then this is the cycle essentially. Like there you go, bonus thrust. Get that there, melt that all, throw that in there, and off we go. And of course, if I pay off all my debt now, it will let me go into that Valhalla mode, which is just endless and going on forever. Yeah, like, boom, look at them all dead. But it has gotten to, ooh, there we go. See that suicide guy? And they each have their own distinct tactic. Like that guy will only attack when he's facing me. Later on, there'll be these larger battleships that will. When they're pointed at you, have this giant laser that charge up, and I think if you destroy their shields, they are not able to fire that anymore. That's battle. That is a different kind of battleship there. All right, so that actually has a whole bunch of armor, and you kind of just go through here and be like, nothing really much. Pop it, go, and off we go. And there's always that like quiet time at the very end. I have warped a few times and be like, oh no, I haven't like deposited my money. So, oh, there we go. Menus are very fast. The game does not pause while you're in the equip menu. I found that the hard way. All right, so I'm gonna equip this, get in there, and boom, multi-kill. Keep moving. There are leaderboards, but there's nothing about like, hey, get a high score here. The closest thing is like in Valhalla mode, get like this certain amount of points to get this ship unlocked, but it's never like that crazy because once you don't get drops or anything like that, but by the time you get to that mode, you have been kitted out and stuff like that. And of course, higher difficulty, higher score multiplier, and you gotta kind of like, hey, group these ships together, same color ships for like bonus points. But that's about it. This was weird at first, but I have grown to enjoy it a nice bit. But if you're looking for a interesting kind of twin stick shooter, ooh, a little guy swooped in there. But this is Void Vikings. Explode, destroy, and kill to pay off your college debt. It's also by Ugly Beard Games, which I think is a pretty fun name. I am ZeroJD. This is the XBLA Fans channel. Thank you very much for joining. I could recommend this. It's enjoyable. It's got a fun little gimmick to it. The adjustment of kind of like how long you're going to be playing. And also, you don't have to pay your debt once you have the money. You can let the interest build and all that kind of stuff. So you can keep going in that maid mode as long as you want and get better and better gear, and then switch over to Valhalla and all that kind of fun stuff. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a nice day. Check out our other videos, like, subscribe, share our videos. It helps so much. Leave a comment and I'll try to get back to you. Thank you so much and have a nice day.